Alright, let's get this front wall drawn and the side walls drawn. Get the back wall done and already put in place. To speed things up, I drew both side walls, top plates, bottom plates, first and last studs, as well as the front wall. Okay, it's the top plate, here's the bottom plate, left and right studs. I'm going to begin by marking that wall exact same way. It's 15 1/4 to the first wall stud, and it's 1.5 inches, and it goes 16 inches on center, rest of the wall studs. So I'll build those very quickly, but I'm not going to draw them in yet, because this front wall needs a big access door to be able to bring equipment in and out of this shed. So we're going to kind of lay that all out in advance. Those are my wall studs. Well, I need to have this access door. I'm going to center it on this wall. It's going to be a 4-foot wide door by the full height of the wall tall. 4 foot wide, full height tall. So I'm going to begin by drawing a line from the middle of my plate. So I'm going to go trace the edge. I'm not drawing yet, I'm just tracing the edge until a little dot should appear at the midpoint. In this case, it's not. If you have too many marks on that line, let me erase off this middle stud once. Try it again. So I'm going to draw a line from the middle of the wall. There it is. See it? The midpoint. Got it. So I'm just going to follow the edge so a little dot appears, midpoint. So I'm going to draw a line straight down. It's the middle of my wall. So if I want a 4-foot wide door, I'm going to build this 2 feet in that direction and 2 feet in that direction. So now you gotta watch the lines carefully. This is my first wall stud, second wall stud, the edge of my door. This wall stud I won't need because it's the doorway. This one I won't need because it's the doorway. Here's the edge of my door, the next wall stud. So I'm going to erase off these 2 studs. I don't need those. Okay? This I can take away too. I found it. It's gone. Here's the left edge of the door, right edge of the door. I got to put some studs in their place. So the wall studs again are going to be 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches. I'm going to the outside edge to keep that door 4 feet wide. Looking back at the worksheet we saw in class, to frame for a door, we have this first stud, which is going to support the door header, is called the trimmer stud. Next to it gets partnered up with a common stud or a jack stud or a king stud. Here's my common stud. Here's my trimmer stud. Here's my trimmer stud. Here's my common stud. My door header is going to be, like the picture showed in our worksheet, it's a full 2x6 tall plus 2x6 on its side, 1.5 inches. Let's draw so you don't get too confused. So we could draw in my door header. It goes from the top plate down at 6-inch point all the way across and up. Below it, I'm going to nail on another 2x6 on edge. That goes there. Here will be that trimmer stud. And then trimmer stud. And then goes this trimmer stud. And that trimmer stud. And I'll draw on my full length stud or my common stud that runs from plate to plate. And I only have one more stud to draw on both sides. Oops, I missed. Got it. and erase off what I don't need. Those go away. Those go away. And those. I'm going to erase off all the openings I don't need. That one, that one. I need that. That's my door header. Door header. Door opening goes away. Goes away, goes away. Zoom out a little bit. Orbit it. Bring it back in. And then expand this. Extrude this 6 more inches. I'm going to bring up the rest of the wall studs so they match. And then I'm going to tip this wall up, put it in place. And we'll show you a side wall. Top plate. Here's my header. Got it. So again, I'm going to orbit. You can see just the side view of it. I want a gap through here. So I can select just this wall. So I'm going to select just this wall. Rotate it from the side, click, grab, click, 90, and then as long as it's still picked, the bottom corner, park it, then zoom out. So now we have 2 walls done and drawn. There's the front of my garage, back of my garage. For now, don't worry about looking a little bit hollow as far as my studs go. That we can fix in the next video. Done and done. These last 2 studs or walls, I'm going to shrink. They're going to go in between this back wall and the front wall. Well, a 12-foot garage and 2 6-inch walls makes for an 11-foot long wall to fit between those 2. This is 11 foot. This is 11 feet. Let's go back to our top view. And I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to grab everything. I'm going to rotate this stuff here 90 degrees. And I'm going to work on this wall to lay it out. Zoom in on it. Okay. Again, same wall spacing. So I'll go get that all laid out. Hold on. Okay, so all the walls have been laid out. Same pattern as before. 15 1/4 to the first stud, 1.5 wide, and from left edge to left edge, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, all the way down the whole wall. Okay, done. Same as the other wall, I'm going to add a window in the middle of this wall. I hope I can find it. There it is, that blue dot, that's the midpoint. From mid to mid, there's my middle. We're going to put a 4-foot wide window, 4 foot wide. So again, 2 feet left, 2 feet right. 24. Now let's go to full 48 this direction. It's going to be the same as the door, full height. So I will not need that stud, the midpoint, or that stud. Okay? I'm going to map out my window trimmer. So 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches. I'm going to map out my common stud for my window. And this guy gets 1.5. Kind of a narrow gap here, but that's normal. That's normal. That's just the stud spacing. I'm going to have the same concept of a 6-inch thick header, the 1.5 inch bottom cap to the header. I'm only going to have a 2-foot tall window. So I'm going to go from my bottom of the header down 24 inches. Then goes my sill plate of 1.5 inches. Okay? I got to add some studs back in, but not yet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to map out and draw this wall stud in, draw this wall stud in, draw my door or my window header, window cap, window trimmer, common stud, on all of these, and I'll be right back. Okay, wall studs are in. I gotta finish up my window a little bit. I'm gonna keep these guide lines on because I can transfer them all the way across this wall. So I'll probably zoom in and build this wall because the lines are already here. They're laid out. Just gotta build this wall. Same way you built that wall. Here are the lines. Build it. Okay, but I won't for right now. Zoom back in up here. What we need to finish this window out for is this sill plate is not supported by anything below it yet. We got to add on some cripple studs, which go below the sill plate, 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, and I'll build those in. Those build here. This will support that windowsill, and I erased off a mistake, some studs by accident. So put them all back on. So here's a 16 on center, 1.5 inches, 16 on center, 1.5 inches, and here's why. They're going to kind of help support that sill plate. So I'll build these in. Just kind of follow my guidelines. Sometimes if you zoom in too close, your guidelines disappear. It's just a visual flaw. It's going to be there. Just going to draw what you can see. Okay, zoom out. So again, I'm going to assume I have my other wall drawn, but I don't yet. So I can go ahead and erase all my lines. And then I'll tip this wall up. I don't need these openings. So get rid of those. Need window can go away. Gaps can go away. There's a gap there. And there. So again, I'm going to zoom out a little bit, orbit it. You can see just the side view of it. Build this wall 6 inches thick. And then we'll tip this wall up. So I'll be right back. Alright, the wall has been extruded. Can you zoom out so you can see just that wall from the side view? I'm going to tip it up, but not put it in place yet. I'm going to do a few more, oops, get out of there. A few more things to it real quick. Move orbit. Zoom. Now grab it. Pick the wall. Rotate from the plate. Grab 90. I'll leave it unplugged for now, but I'll kind of push it in the spot so you can kind of see where it's going to go. I'm going to do some more framing to it, unfortunately. So I'm going to grab this bottom corner. It's going to land on the inside of that bottom corner. Right there it's going to land. So I'm going to grab this corner and then zoom in and park it right there. Now if you zoom out, so you got 3 of the walls up and ready to go. My garage. So with 1 more wall to go, we'll draw it and tip that wall up. So build this wall, tip it up. Now we conclude part 1 of the framing.